So I'm chatting with Xifang Chen today, a PhD student at the University of Wollongong. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you. That's fun.
And I believe you're back home in China?
Yes, and in hotel isolation, self-isolation.
Wow. How's it been for you through this COVID-19 experience?
I think I am lucky than most of the PhD students that currently doing lab work because I'm focused on writing since the beginning of this year. So it didn't impact me that much.
So you did your PhD at the University of Wollongong and you've almost finished. Firstly, what brought you to Wollongong to do a PhD?
Well, I must say I always wanted to do a PhD. It's a dream to me. So after I graduation from master, I was searching for PhD opportunities, even overseas. So when Xinian told me the project and also explained to me what the project was about, so it's skin bioprinting, and it sounds really interesting, and I didn't hesitate to take the challenges. And also plus it's like in 2016 I started my PhD in 2016. So back to 2016, Australia was totally new to me, let alone the city Wollongong. So it's a totally new place overseas, and I can practice my English. So and with skin printing really exciting, so I think why not take the opportunity. So that's why, yeah. And I also love traveling around and adventures. Yeah.
So you briefly mentioned it there, but what was your PhD on?
So my PhD project is fabrication of oven-based structure for skin tissue engineering and wound healing application. I think the focus is to develop a marine-based platform for bioink development for skin bioprinting and progress towards product development for clinical applications. So yeah, I think that's the goal.
So who were your supervisors for your project?
So my supervisors are Professor Gordon Wallace, Dr. Zhinian Yue, and Dr. Stephen Byrne. And
Okay.
I have, yeah.
Well, sorry, keep going.
Yeah, I want to mention Dr. Pia Wimberg. It's a passionate marine biologist.
Great. And what were some of the key technical and maybe non-technical skills you obtained throughout your PhD?
I have learned many skills. For the technical skills, I think the key ones are material functionalization, ink formulation, 3D bioprinting, cell culture, immunofluorescence staining, and real-time PCR, and confocal imaging, scanning electron microscope, and histology. I think that's key ones.
Great. And what's the next career development pathway for you? What's next?
Sorry, I just want to make add something to the last question.
Yes, sure. Go for it.
Yeah, because I think it's quite important for me. I think I have honed my presentation skills a lot due to thanks to the many practices and the presenting opportunities within IPI and ACES. And I think that's quite important for me. And also I have practiced my scientific writing skills. Yeah, and the Xinian and Gordon and Steve and even Pia really helped me a lot with this. Sorry. What's your next question?
No, so thank you for adding that. I was just going to ask what's next for you? What's the next career development pathway?
I have to admit that I'm very much motivated by this biomedical research. So I think I wanted to take a relevant career in the future in this field. So in the next step, I back in China, and I think I will find a postdoctoral position as a starting point. And if possible, I will find more research opportunities in the future in this biomedical engineering field.
An exciting future ahead, definitely. And might be a little bit hard to answer, but where would you like to see yourself in, say, 5 years from now, after your PhD has been completely finished and returned?
Considering the current COVID-19 pandemic, so the job market is not very promising. But if I succeed in find a postdoctoral position, I hope that in 5 years I can grow to do research on my own, and able to take the lead with initiative ideas to make genuine contributions. And yeah, I think I just need to be optimistic and hope for the best. And if I do find I just need to hope for the best, and that I can find such a position and make it a reality. I think that's all in 5 years.
It's always hard to answer. Well, you
Yeah.
certainly have a bright future ahead. Congratulations on your PhD and the journey that you've been on, and all the best going forward. I'm sure we'll stay in touch.
Thank you very much. Hope you all the best as well.